Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makapadash. What it do, YouTube /Patreon /Bit Shoot. Today's video, I want to chime in with a quick impromptu video. Hey, that shit fake. But today's video, I just want to drop some quick jewels, drop some quick wisdom for the people who got ears to hear and eyes to see. So it was just a topic I was thinking about. And, I was just, going back and reflecting on my own life and, other people that that I know or other people that have went through, like, similar situations and stuff. And, just being in Satan's kingdom. Because whether you know it or not, we are in Satan's kingdom. And I hope you guys can hear me because YouTube is messing with the audio. And they're clearly messing with my views. You can see that I got 12K subscribers and I'm only getting a couple hundred views a day. Yeah, right. And these other dudes got less subscribers and they getting thousands of views. They're getting pushed by the system. Hey, nah, that shit funny as hell. But they get pushed by the system. But anyway, I'm not mad though. I work for this shit, so that's cool with me. But so being in Satan's kingdom, everything is ass backwards. A little too vulgar, eh? Everything is completely backwards. Everything is completely backwards in this system. Right? So, I don't know, I was just thinking about it like since birth. And when I say this, people think I'm lying, they think I'm capping, they think I'm just making this shit up for sympathy or clout. Nigga, fuck your clout. Nigga, fuck your sympathy. How that sound? Anyway, some people just can't believe it. Like, damn, this brother endured all that and still going. Some people just can't believe it, or they just don't want to accept it because it's just the self-hatred within themselves. But for a long time, I was not comfortable in my own skin. And I know that's hard to believe. For a long time, I was not comfortable in my own skin. People used to call me dumb, retarded. Motherfuckers used to call me gay. I don't know how I'm gay. I can fuck your bitch. But, that shit funny. Let me stop playing though. But look though, motherfuckers used to call me slow, stupid, like just all type of shit, dirty, all type of shit, right? But they won't say that shit to my face though. They'll say it behind other people's back and shit like that. But people used to call me this shit, and going through that shit in school, like getting bullied and shit at school, then going back home and getting bullied and shit. I never understood it. I never really understood the physical world. I always was tapped into the spiritual world and didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I call it being spiritual without knowing you being spiritual. And I just used to think, like, why is this shit happening? Like, I never used to understand why it was happening. I used to always feel like I was invisible. Like, people walk past me, they just bump into me like they didn't see me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm invisible. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I say something, nobody hear it or nobody heard it. Like, I don't know. And, a lot of other people go through these things too. Some people just don't, some people not strong enough to express it. Some people can't express it because they're under oath with the government and they can't tell the stuff that they actually did or the stuff that they've been through because they're under oath and they have a master controlling them. But like I said, I didn't take no secret oaths. I didn't take no backroom deals. How some of these dudes is bend over dudes. I haven't took none of that. No fraternities, none of that. And I'm not sending like no hatred. I'm just breaking this shit down to you, like raw. I'm breaking it down to you raw like the papers. But so basically it's like all this stuff I was, just felt invisible. Then getting, attacked at home and shit like that. And I just never understood it. And it was just hatred from a child, till now. And a lot of this hatred came from my own so-called people. You know what I'm saying? Like, people always saying, it's the white man's fault. The white man did it, this and that. And I get what they mean when they say that, but it's not the white man's fault. If anything, I had more so-called white people help me than my own so-called fucking people. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm just giving you an example. Like, So people always say like, "Oh, it's the white man's fault. We in this predicament, this, and that." Yeah, I understand where they coming from with the whole slavery shit and all that shit, but at the same time, it's not the white man's fault because that shit gets old. You can't keep using that as no fucking excuse. That shit gets old. It's our fault. Who doing all the killing in America mostly? So-called black people. So-called. We not black. I'm just using that term for you to understand, right? Right. So-called black people doing all the killing. All the murders in Chicago, so-called black people. Right? You might have a couple government agents here and there, but overall, it's so-called black people doing this shit. All the inner cities across America, so-called black people doing the killing and stuff like that, right? So-called black people doing all the wickedness and shit like that. Don't get me wrong, you got some so-called white people or Edomites, whatever you want to call them, that's doing wickedness as well, most definitely. But when people always say it's the white man's fault, it's this. No. It's our fault, and that's what people don't want to never admit. People never want to say it's our people's fault. We need to get our own shit together. People don't want to say that. They want to keep pointing the finger. And like I said, I just couldn't figure it out. Like, why is this shit happening to me? Why is people picking on me? Why is people attacking on me just since birth? Just being locked in the closet. I forgot about that shit. I remember that shit, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like getting locked in the dog cage. I remember that shit too, bitch. Thought I forgot about that shit. And just going through all this shit, I remember all this shit, Like I say, I don't be talking about this shit just for no sympathy. I don't care about the sympathy. I just want to let you know that I'm a walking testimony to let you know that you can be whatever you want to be in this life. And I ain't saying I'm 100% successful. I got it all together. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you can overcome any challenge or any obstacle that you are facing. And this is what these dudes / these demons don't want to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember as a child, being woken up and being told, "Hey, pee in this cup." And I'm like, "What? Why would you want me to do that?" Come to find out, years later, I start finding out the truth. This was for satanic rituals, being locked in the closet, being locked in the dog cage for torture and tormented purposes. I remember that shit. Being given lesser amounts of food than my other siblings. I remember that. You see what I'm saying? And when you go through shit like that, like I said, I ain't finna keep going through my story 100%. I'm just giving you a little brief description. And it's just like going through that shit. It's like they wanted me to become a statistic. This is what it's all about. I ain't saying every parent's like this. I ain't saying everybody that go through this shit. I ain't saying that all their parents or all their family like this. I'm not saying that, but when you go through this shit and other people go through this shit, you being raised in the hood or you being raised in a fucked up environment, that is child abuse. People don't want to admit that. Like, you might not have all the money to go here or you might not have all the money to get out of here, but it is a choice for you to send your kids off to a better place. You see what I'm saying? But some people don't want to do that because they want you to become a statistic. Meaning that, like I said, since birth, I've been getting hated on since birth. I told you I wasn't even comfortable in my own skin for a long time because of the self-esteem issues and just being bullied at school. I always thought that I was the issue, that I was the problem. I always thought that I guess just my presence and my existence was the problem, but come to find out, those were nothing but satanic seeds, so-called satanic children that seen my light, knew that I was different, and knew that, this must be one of those powerful ones that still hasn't woken up yet. Let's pick on him so he'll be fucked up when he gets older, mentally, emotionally, blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? And really, it's all because these entities, like we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. These spirits come through flesh and blood and control flesh and blood to try to control you. But the whole thing is we're not wrestling against flesh and blood. We're wrestling against spiritual wickedness in high places. A lot of these people were children of satanic people. Real shit. And I didn't notice that back then. But now, going back and reflecting on my life, I see they wanted me to be a statistic. They wanted me to grow up in the hood because they expected me to become a murderer. You know what I'm saying? They expected me to become a jailbird. They expected me to become dead 6 feet under. That's what they wanted. One of those things. They wanted me to be dead, and I know they still do. They wanted me to become dead. They wanted me to be a statistic. They wanted me to be a jailbird. They wanted me to be one of them dumb hood niggas And I ain't saying all the niggas in the hood is dumb. So I'm not saying that. So all my smart hood niggas, you know I'm not talking about you. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying they wanted me to become a statistic. They wanted me to be 6 feet under, and I know you still do, nigga. You feel me, son? But I've been enduring this shit. Motherfuckers always talk about enduring to the end. Nigga, I've been enduring since birth, and I'm still in this bitch. I'm gonna keep enduring. So, you see what I'm saying? They wanted me to become just some crazy motherfucker that would be fucked up in the head, that would never get it together. But now that I have, and I've been finding my own way, that makes the demons upset. Right? That makes the demons upset. Your potential is somebody else's pain. Don't forget that. Right? And the thing about it is, like I said, they wanted me to become a statistic, but since I started to find my own way, and I am finding my own way, like I said, I don't have it all together. I'm not afraid to admit that. You see what I'm saying? I don't have it all together. I don't have all the answers. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to take it day by day. But at the same time, I'm strong enough to keep going. I'm strong enough to keep smiling through the pain. Something you can't do. That's why you're jealous. I got all my teeth, all my hair. Nigga, might be a little rough around the edges, but you know, I still got shit mentally. I got a thought process unlike anybody else's. I got a perspective unlike anybody else's. And they did all that to try to silence me. That does nothing but make people still respect me even more. That's why I'm getting so much hate. That's why I'm starting to get so much hate. That's why they want to dislike the videos. That's why they want to send hatred, because I'm a young dude that's 25 years old. Where I'm from, a lot of people don't even make it to that age. You see what I'm saying? If you make it to your 20s at least, you consider it a legend. I know that's sad as fuck. That's very sad. You got, oh, come on, of course you got older dudes that survived in the hood and shit like that. They legends as well. But I'm saying in my particular generation in the 90s, growing up in Chicago, Chicagoland area, come on, man. Motherfuckers do not make it past the age 16, 17. Sometimes they don't even make it past the age 18. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't out here just talking shit. I'm just giving it to you from my perspective. And it's like, damn, I kind of low-key forgot what I was about to say. But yeah, I was going to say, so I'm smiling through the pain. That's what upsets these dudes. I'm a young dude with a lot of credibility, right? Off the internet and on the internet. I have a lot of credibility because I have a perspective and I break information down. I can decipher and dissect information in a different way that other people can't. I can see through the bullshit. It's like I don't know. It's like a different type of ability or something like that, you know, some type of spiritual superpower, I guess. And I can see through this shit, and that's what that's why people get angry, they get upset, because people know, like, these demons, they know when they see something real. Like, people know when they see the real deal versus the fake deal. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot of fake entities walking around, you know, trying to portray that they're the real thing, but when they actually see the real thing, they get upset and they get intimidated because they're like, damn, this is the real thing. I ain't never been to no shit like that. This motherfucker's still going. I'm a young dude with a lot of credibility, a lot of respect. You see, I get a lot of respect. And I ain't saying like I'm better than nobody, because I'm not better than anyone. To me, in my own mind, I'm still a regular person. But I already know I'm not a regular person anymore. You see what I'm saying? Like, probably a couple years ago, but I'm not a regular person anymore. But I still see myself as a regular person. Do you understand what I'm saying? You see, and I know people like, you got Tourette's or so. No, I just like taunting these motherfuckers. But yeah, man, and that's what happens when you got a lot of credibility. A motherfucker's gonna throw shade at you. You see what I'm saying? When you have potential, that's gonna cause pain. And this whole message is just think about your life. They put you through all this shit because they wanted you to become a statistic. They wanted you to become another news story. They wanted you to become nothing. But now that you starting to find your own path, now that you starting to create your own path, that makes you even more of a threat. That makes the demons even more upset. And those principalities of the air, and those powers, and those spiritual wickedness in high places, they're going to try to manifest itself in different ways to stop you and attack you at all costs. And a lot of people won't be ready for it. Some people will be ready for it. But I just want to let you know, think about this. I am a living testimony, right? That you can go through very hard challenges. And I ain't saying like I got the best story in the world. I'm not saying that. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying that from my own experience and my own pain, I'm a living testimony of someone that has endured and overcome a large amount of tragedy, a large amount of pain, seen a lot of death, seen a lot of losses, took a lot of losses. You see what I'm saying? Barely had any wins. You see? And this is kind of still how it is to this day, but I'm still enduring. I'm still, just tapping in to my own self and finding myself. People get upset like, damn, this motherfucker could do music too. You can study this word, and you can do music, and you create your own covers, and you can do art, and you can draw, and you can write, and you can read. That makes me a threat. Because unlike these, a lot of these dudes, they get to secret oaths and sold out. I didn't have to do that. You see what I'm saying? I'm a very talented individual. And that's what makes people upset. And I do a lot of other things as well. That's just a few things. People get upset. Oh, you do music too? Just because I do music, that don't mean I don't get off the path. It's just something I do as another form of expression. Just like I fuck with the clothing design shit. I still don't have all that together, with the whole formula how I want to do it. But I got some shit in the works. You know what I'm saying? It's similar like this, like some tie-dye type of shit. I could basically take any shirt and tie-dye it any color and do all type of shit. I haven't really been fucking with it because so much other shit going on in my life right now at the moment. Just my mind is all over the place. I haven't really been fucking with that. But yeah, I'm a very talented individual. And I can multitask. Like I said, I wasn't always comfortable in my skin. And there's a lot of people out there that need to hear this message. As always, it's always people in the comments saying, Joey, this message, I needed to hear this after this time. We on the same wavelength. You see what I mean? And people going through it right now. Family issues, I get whether it's relationship issues, friendship issues, family issues, homelessness, or whether it's lack of money, lack of faith, lack of self-confidence, like all this stuff, man. People believe, like, they think it's a joke, like depression, they think that's funny. That shit ain't funny. What's funny is you look like a goddamn lizard. That's what's funny. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, besides that, I'm a living testimony of people that you can overcome a large amount of pain and you can still continue to thrive. You can still continue to live. You can still continue to, I guess you could say, repair yourself, because that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. And I ain't saying it's easy. It's a lot of hard work to go back and repair your childhood self, repair yourself mentally. It is hard. It is hard to let go of a lot of grudges and shit like that. At the end of the day, we might have to let them go. I mean, the person that wronged you, I'm not saying just let that go like that, but it will most definitely be taken care of by the ancestors and the angels. Like somebody did you wrong, like I was done wrong, in my childhood and shit like that. I ain't gonna say no names, but a lot of motherfuckers, But, yeah, man, so it's just like nobody likes a fucking bully. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot of bully people out there that you got a lot of hurt people that like to hurt people. And yes, I was one of those hurt people that hurt people. You see what I'm saying? But I still got a soul. I still can see that ain't the way. You see what I mean? And I can get on this camera and still, while I'm going through my own shit, I got my own problems. People think, oh, he's smiling, everything going good. Nah, motherfucker. I go through shit too, nigga. I know you was on Epstein Island, nigga. Nah, that shit funny. I just wanted to say that. But real shit though. I got my own problems I'm going through. Everybody got their own problems, but I'm still strong enough to get on this camera and give you advice and to help uplift you. So what kind of special being am I? The real true Israelites. But they trying to steal our identity. But I'm gonna leave that one alone though. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But you see what I'm saying? So I want to let you know. You still alive, you breathing, your legs work, both your arms work. Your mind, you might have a little couple mental issues here and there, PTSD or whatever the case may be, ADD, ADHD, whatever the case may be, whatever fucking diagnosis they want to diagnose you with, but you're still alive. You're not in jail, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not dead. You're not a statistic. You might be a statistic in certain areas, but overall, you're not the main statistic, dead, in jail, or just some random motherfucker that's fucked up. That's what they wanted us to be. They broke up our families. They stole our riches as a people. They did all this shit. And I ain't talking about just the white man and all that. So it's a lot of groups of people that played their part in that. And a lot of people, immediate family, is nothing but devils as well. And I'm just saying, a lot of these people wanted us to be statistics. They wanted us to be demons. They upset that we are finding our own way. Like I said, I don't got it all together. But I'm figuring it out. That's what makes them mad. They wanted me to be dead. I know they still do. They wanted me to be statistic. They wanted me to be in jail. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's funny because when I had got set up, when I was in Cleveland and shit, I had got set up by these entities. And you know, we got arrested and shit. And I had called my grandmother, and her and my uncle, they laughed that I was in prison. They laughed. They're like, yes, yes, yes. They was happy. That's them demons. I ain't never forgot that shit. And I still graduated Job Corps that year as well. That made them upset. They wanted me to be a statistic. But I still overcame those challenges. And that's just slight challenges I went through. I went through a lot more shit. But I'm just giving you examples. You know what I'm saying? So, all I got to say to them, you should have gave me the regular Sprite, bitch. Nah, that shit funny as hell. But, real shit, though. So, you can do it. You strong enough. Why are you complaining? I understand why you're complaining. You have second thoughts. Yes, I second guess myself sometimes, too. I have second thoughts. Second guess, like, having those second guessing thoughts. Yes, my mind plays tricks on me, too. Yes, I'm not perfect. Yes, yes, yes. Are you mad I can get on this camera and admit that? I think that's the issue. You see what I'm saying? So, love yourself. Be yourself. Don't ever let nobody tell you you can do something. Don't ever let nobody tell you you can't do something. You are the bright minds of the future. And whatever that future is, you're the bright minds of it. And they want to keep your mind closed so you don't see who you truly are. You don't see your true potential. Because all my life I've been held down. All my life I've been oppressed. But I'm letting that soul energy, that real divine soul energy of me, I'm letting it come out through expression, through art, you know, whether it's through studying, whether it's through music, whether it's through anything. You see what I'm saying? Like drawing, like clothes, whatever. You know, I express that emotion because most people, and I know I've been through it, most people bottle these emotions up and keep them in and they just explode later. And trust me, I've done all that. I've been through all that. You know, all the shit you've been through. You still alive, still breathing. That's clearly for a reason. I wasn't even trying to rhyme on that. But it's clearly for a reason. You got to wake up and see what season that you're in because life is nothing but a cycle. You see what I mean? So it's like they wanted you to become a statistic. You didn't. You're still alive. Now you just got to figure out how you going to get the emotion out. How you going to express that and get that emotion out. People like doing this, you doing that. Nigga, I'm doing this shit to expressing myself, nigga. Like NWA said, express yourself. I'm expressing with my full capabilities. And it got me in mental facilities, some shit like that. It got me up in mental facilities or some shit like that. I forgot how to go, but yeah, that shit go hard. But anyway, yeah, man, you gotta express yourself. That's what hip-hop, all that shit came from. Hip-hop, higher, infinite power, healing our people. That is hip-hop. Hip-hop started in Bronx River, New York. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of Hebrew Israelites, so-called black people, whatever you want to call them, more, whatever name you want to go by. It was all this stuff that going on, all the stuff going on in the hood and the ghetto. People need to express themselves. And hip-hop came about. It's the same thing, man. You got to express yourself. Art is a weapon. Art is the frequency of love and emotions that's just scrambled up in one's inner being and expressed on paper, expressed through poetry, expressed through music, expressed through clothing. Like some people might not be able to express their emotions, but you can see how they feel just with the clothes they wear, the colors, how they might have their hair, anything. You see what I'm saying? But they don't want to go that deep in detail with this shit. That's what separates the real from the fake. Wake the damn up. More videos coming soon. Just a short message to inspire the ones out there. You strong enough to make it this far. Keep going. I'm a living testimony. Since birth, motherfuckers been trying to kill me. Since birth. Let that sink in. You know the real from the fake. You know my energy is real. You know Don't let them demons try to trick you out your position. That's another thing. People are trying to trick you out your position so you can come down to their level. But how don't come to your level and fight you? Not physically, none of that. I'm just saying, how don't you bring them to your level? People always want to bring you down to their level. Wake the damn up, man. No videos coming soon.